I won't deny you. Straight rider. You know, and I got the police busting that, man. YouTube, what up? So story time older women. Older masculine women. Alright. I'm working on the intro, man. Alright, so look. I was working at this furniture place. It was this lady. I met her. She was at another store. When I go to different stores, I talk to people, right? It was one lady. You see somebody? Who was that? She fine as a mug. Who was that? Came out the office, but she was the manager of the place. I'm just the driver, just delivery guy. So I'm keeping it cool. I'm talking to her, introducing her, because everybody was at my other store, my actual store. Everybody was talking about how she used to work there. So I finally got to meet who they was talking about when I went to her store. So that was our first encounter. We talked for a little bit. I had my partner with me. I think he knew the assignment because he didn't really stay around. I think he knew. But she stayed talking to me mad long. I thought she kept the conversation going where it was a sign, but it wasn't. I didn't really think much of it at the time, but low key it was a sign because she kept it going mad long. So fast forward about maybe, I worked at that job for almost, I'd say close to 2 years. So maybe a year later, she ends up working back at my place. Or she ends up becoming a manager at my place. And when she become manager, I was like, dang, pardon me, I was excited. But I was like, dang, because the manager we had, he was cool. He was relaxed on a lot of different stuff. He let us get away with stuff. He's one of the managers. Wasn't too hard on the rules and stuff like that. He was like, get the job done how you get it done, right? No weird stuff they be doing. We was like, as long as we there, we work, about our business, we good. Nothing less. So dang, so he left, she came in, right? Now when she came in strong. She had to make her presence known, blah. But because me and her talked to each other, right? I noticed she wasn't as intense with me as she was with the other guys there. She was pretty much the only woman in there. Now, getting to the point, right? Now, when she first started getting there, she started off flirting a little bit and all of that. My bad if the audio is a little weird. I don't have my mic right now. I don't feel like getting it. I gotta get up early. I just got off work, by the way. But that's a whole nother topic, right? So she started doing it. So anyway, so every time I came to work, she started off these little flirty gestures, touching the shoulder, little subtle little things women don't usually do, right? Little touches of the shoulder, little, oh, I come in with haircuts. Oh, you look nice today. I like your haircut, like your hairstyle. Where you get them shoes, stuff like that. She was complimenting and always found some way to touch me. But just like she'll walk past me, rub her hand across my back, stuff like that. All right, it's an older woman, right? At the time I was 20, 25, something like that. She was about 45. My homies, man, that's old. That old. 40 to 20. I guess that's a whole 2 decades to somebody. I don't, like, technically, to me, the age of 40, you're not old, but not necessarily a spring chicken either. But you still got some youth to you at 40, right? But okay, fine. You think 40-year-olds should have no business talking to 20-year-olds. But at the time, though, I don't think she actually knew how old I was. Let's be honest, though. You can look at somebody and tell. Maybe I look older in the face. Some people I look older. Some people I look my age. Whatever, right? All right, well, your boy might be looking rough a little now. We can get a haircut in soon. But anyway, so all this little flirty stuff throughout the weeks and then first couple months in, all this little flirting she did. She would sit there and talk to me extra long, smiles, and little stuff. But she kept it subtle. She kept it kind of classy at work. But trust me, the dudes in there know this, though. Women think they slick with stuff. Nah, we know when y'all feeling us and when y'all not. Like, let's be honest. So, one of our coworkers, I don't know if he was hating or what. This man just threw out my age. His old self. Oh, you young enough to be my son. Hey, what you like, 25? He said that after she had a comment, right? So, I'm just lifting furniture. I lifted up this couch by myself, right? She was like, oh, okay, strong man. She did the little head. She said, okay, strong man. I'm never doing that again. And then when I came back out, old dude was like, dang, he young enough to be my son. Shut up, dude. And she was like, and then she paused a minute. She was like, wait, how old are you? I said, how old are you, Steve? I said, I'm 25. She said, oh, damn. She was shocked. She said, oh. She said, damn. I'm looking like, what that mean? I'm playing stupid. I know what it mean, but I said, damn, why you acting like that? Why you react like that? She said, no. She said, don't worry. I said, how old are you? She's like, you can't ask a woman her age. And she's like, no, I'm just kidding. She's like, I'm 40. So I'm 45. I'm like, 45? I kid y'all not, though. I thought she was at least in her 30s, though. I thought she was around maybe 30 to 35. She had some youth. She wasn't your average looking 45-year-old woman. No offense to whoever, if you're 45 watching this, no offense. But she looked good, though, for her age, though. I ain't gonna lie. She did look good. So, it's like, I'm 45. And that was it, right? So, I could tell after that, it started to change a little bit, her behavior. She slowed down on the flirting and stuff like that. Somewhat, but it's still, just for a little bit, she slowed down. But after a while, it kicked back up. After a while, it did kick back up. It was here and there, but it wasn't as intense as it was at first. Just cut now that she knew my age, because a hating ass dude right here. Man, I'm have to tell, man. I got a lot to talk about on this one, though. I ain't gonna lie. But we ended up dealing with each other. But I had to recently cut that off. But I ain't gonna lie, think about it. We had no business. She had no business talking to somebody like me. I don't know. But she showed a lot of interest in the beginning, so I don't know. That's the thing, older women, they be so aggressive. I just be wondering why. I don't know. Maybe because they just notice there's no point in playing games when you get past a certain point in life. That could be it. But they do play games too, though, sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Older women are no better than younger sometimes. It really depends. So, man, and then the crazy part about that whole thing, my dude, the craziest part about the whole thing, she had a boyfriend. Not just a boyfriend. She lived with him. She had a live-in boyfriend. As hard as she was flirting, you're out of boy. And then the only reason I found out, because the dudes was telling me, she ain't say nothing. She never mentioned him when she was around me. I swear, she never mentioned him. But it seemed like when I was gone, dudes would run back and tell me, oh, her and a boyfriend, they said they planning on this and that and blah. I'm like, wait, she got a boyfriend? What, a work husband? So, I ain't gonna lie, but man, it's treacherous out here. So, that's a little story for that one. But long story short, ended up dealing with her for some time. Didn't work, obviously, for numerous reasons. I'll probably share in another video, or I'll probably talk about another experience here and there. But that's my little story for that. Y'all like the video, subscribe, comment. Thank you all for watching, whoever watched. Hope you stayed to the end. Let me know suggestions, what y'all want to see. Peace out.